Shalamov is chained inside a death ship. They are traveling towards the Kolyma Gulags. His sentence is 5 years of hard labor. Cuffs dig into his flesh. The air smells of unwashed bodies. Everyone has heard the rumors. It only gets worse from here. We spent over 200 hours researching and modeling the entire Gulag. After 12 days, the engine hum fades into silence. They have arrived at Nagaevo Bay, a key hub designed to help distribute prisoners to one of the 80 gulags located in the region. After a head count and registering his arrival, he's taken to the bathhouse. Here, Shalamov's head is shaved. He is given a new set of clothes. A number replaces his name. Prisoner B4835 has been inked to the back, chest, knee, and hat of his new clothes, so guards can read his name from any angle. He is no longer a writer. He is only a traitor. After several weeks, Shalamov is loaded onto a truck convoy to make the journey deeper into the Kolyma wilderness. They arrive at the camp. Shalamov looks around at his surroundings intensely. Not all camps are the same. Some are far more deadly. But at this moment, it's impossible to tell. This camp holds just under 1,000 prisoners in total. At the heart is the assembly ground and canteen. On the left are 4 prisoner barracks. In the top right is the camp hospital. Below this are 2 more prisoner barracks, and under these are the housing for guards and staff, the most luxurious on site. 7 man towers surround the Gulag walls in case anyone dares escape. Unsure what to expect, Shalamov reaches the barrack where he will sleep to serve out his 5-year sentence. The door creeps open. Shalamov freezes. Inside, 2 tiered wooden planks serve as beds. 100 bodies packed so tightly, men can only sleep curled up together. The wood is ice cold. The Siberian temperatures at night hit minus 35 degrees Fahrenheit. A single stove is positioned between the benches in the center. There are books for prisoners to properly educate themselves about the Soviet regime. Shalamov is shown his bunk, on the first level near the door. What he does not realize is that this is the worst spot. Furthest away from the heater, multiple cold drafts seeping through from the outside. He is part of the lowest status group in the camp, not just because he is new, but because he is a political prisoner who spoke out against the regime. If Shalamov wants to see his wife and daughter again, he must survive. Shalamov marches 6 kilometers to the first station of the day. But he has a problem. Yesterday's failed quota cut his rations to a scrap of bread. If he fails today, he will face the same punishment. As Shalamov walks, his stomach moans. In here, food isn't food. It's energy. And he needs to plan his expenditure for the 15 hours of work. But Shalamov can't slow down production too much. The only way to stay alive in the Gulag is to show you have use. The mine entrance opens ahead, and the group walks inside. They trek deeper into the ground. The smell gets stronger, a mixture of dust, damp stone, and metal. Most prisoners are equipped without helmets, gloves, or boots. Safety protocols are non-existent. Since authorities realized that exploiting Siberia's rich lands could quadruple the country's gold production, human life no longer mattered. So long as Joseph Stalin can fund the Soviet Union's rapid industrialization with these rich lands, prisoners are tools for labor and nothing more. Steam injectors are ignited. Fire and pressure hiss against the frozen earth, slowly thawing the surface. Frostbite on toes and feet is frequent. Many prisoners have breathing problems due to dust and poor air quality. A guard walks over. Prisoners are assigned 150 carts of ore and stone. The group is made of 10 men. That means 15 carts each, the standard winter quota. On full rations, it's brutal. On Shalamov's low energy, it's nearly impossible. He grips his tool. The handle vibrates with each swing, sending pain through his bones. stone clatters into the cart. One law governs this place: produce or die. After 3 hours, it happens. In the corner of his eye, he sees a prisoner pushing a cart. He's wobbling, too weak. Suddenly, the man slips. Shalamov looks over at the guards. Their responses can be unpredictable. But it's clear this man is a goner. He has run out of energy. Some men injured themselves on purpose. A chance at the hospital, much better conditions, and the warmth. A chance to rest and be treated. But the guards might decide he is not worth the hospital's resources. The guard raises his rifle. Shalamov has seen this moment many times. Each month inside, the hostility has felt like it's escalated. Before, the camps were a brutal existence, but still livable. Now, they are deadly. Stalin wants to secure total control of the Soviet Union. 1936. That's when it started. A wave of arrests, trials, and executions against anyone who dared to oppose him. Most of them were sent to the gulags, not only to suffer, but to spread fear among the rest of the population. The Great Purge has officially begun. The guard watches the man struggle for a moment longer. He lines up the shot. One less man. The quota stays the same. 15 carts each is now 16 and a half. Shalamov swings again, because if he stops, he's next. As each hour passes, the day only becomes more difficult. Shalamov is about to discover the true hierarchy of the Gulag. Prisoners who have just as much power as the guards. While researching these prisoners, we used many websites. Sites like these used to cost thousands of dollars to make. But with Odoo, building one is completely free. Odoo is an all-in-one software for managing your entire business, combining over 45 apps into one. Whether that's sales, projects, or website building, Odoo has it all. To show you how easy it is, I'm going to build a website before the end of this ad read. First, select the Website Builder app. Configure it by defining your type of site, industry, and goal. Add your logo or choose a color palette. Then select any web pages or features you want. Finish by choosing a theme from Odoo's extensive range. Just like that, you have a fully functioning website. No technical coding skills are required. Simply drag and drop different blocks. You can customize the layout by changing text, color, images, and even adding animations. Odoo allows you to create your website at zero cost with their free first app offer, including unlimited hosting and support. It also comes with a free custom domain for an entire year. This is the website I quickly built about Soviet Gulags. Try your first app for free by using the link, which you can also find in the first pinned comment in the description below. Shalamov senses someone beside him and glances to his side. He looks away immediately. This man is not your average prisoner. It's Oleg. He is a Blatnoy. Convicted criminals like murderers and thieves have the highest status of the inmates. Guards make their own lives easier by letting gang members control other prisoners. And Shalamov is the perfect target. While a convicted criminal is seen as a product of their poor circumstances, a political prisoner is classed as irredeemable. Shalamov completes his next cart. 10 more to go. But his energy is slowing down. Shalamov swings until his shoulders burn. Every strike drains him and feels like the last. He keeps his eyes down. Attracting attention here is fatal. His daughter's face flickers in his mind. Heavy footsteps start walking closer. Shalamov starts getting flashbacks. It was a normal night in the barracks. The men sat around to play a card game. Oleg demanded Shalamov's friend's sweater. It was the last gift his wife had given him before the arrests. He refused. Oleg stabbed him and tore the sweater from his lifeless body. For criminals, stealing is not a crime, but a right. Shalamov lowers his eyes. It's him. His heart starts to pound. Suddenly, the footsteps stop. For a moment, nothing. Oleg looks at Shalamov and speaks. You'll work for me. His voice is calm, final. Both quotas, mine and yours. Shalamov feels his knees weaken. One quota is already hard to fulfill. 33 carts within a morning is impossible. But refusal means a knife in the ribs. Or worse. And yet, the most grueling quota of the day is still to come. The whistle blows. Oleg stares as Shalamov walks to the pit for lunch. 17 carts done. But he was supposed to complete 33. Only Oleg's quota is complete. Shalamov joins the queue. The smell of soup in the air makes his mouth water. The man in front completed a 100% quota. He has passed 700 grams of bread and a full bowl of soup. With Shalamov's punishment rations, he only gets half of that. Shalamov moves to sit with the other prisoners to eat, but they walk away keeping their distance. Other non-political prisoners don't want to be seen associating with Shalamov in case they are accused of conspiring. The guards will look for any excuse to add more years to a prisoner's sentence. Shalamov swallows the soup. He looks at the stale bread. Next, he needs to survive the second workstation. He slips it into his pocket. A prisoner starts walking towards Shalamov. It's Dmitri. He sleeps on a nearby bunk, and they've spoken together about the outside world, what their sentences were for. Many years ago, Shalamov wrote a short story that criticized the Soviet government. For that, he served 3 years to forced labor. But once your name is marked as an enemy of the regime, it leaves a permanent record. Years later, the secret police arrested him again, but without any new evidence, sending him here. Dmitri extends his hand. In it is his piece of bread. Shalamov takes it. Hope. If he ever has the strength, he will repay the favor. A whistle blows. Lunch is over. The men need to march 2 hours to work on the highway. It's nicknamed the Road of Bones for a reason. Around him, prisoners have been reassigned from gulags all over the Soviet Union. There are over 30,000 camps in total in the USSR. 80 of these are in the Kolyma region. Norilsk to mine nickel, Vorkuta to dig coal, Magadan for the sea route. Some are massive, holding over 25,000 prisoners, while others are far smaller. In the next workstation, it's rumored that over 100,000 men are buried beneath the ground. Shalamov does not doubt it. By sunset, he might join them, the hardest station of the entire camp, with no shelter, exposed to the full brutality of the Arctic. The guard ahead stops. Either they have arrived, or a man will be shot for trailing behind. The road they are walking on stretches for nearly 2,000 kilometers. It's the only way to transport the rich minerals out of the area, meaning it gets dug, whatever the cost. The guard at the front shouts orders. Every prisoner must shift 5 cubic meters of frozen soil, roughly 5 carts. But with Oleg's quota, Shalamov must do 10. The permafrost is so hard, dynamite sometimes fails to crack it. He slams his pick into the ground. Each blow is weaker than his last. Below the finished sections are the bones of the many prisoners sent to construct it. Due to frozen soil, it's far easier to bury the bodies in the embankment rather than digging fresh graves. After 3 hours of work, the second cart is complete. The pickaxe slams into the ground once more and breaks. For a moment, he only stares at the broken tool. His hands tremble. A guard is already walking towards him. Shalamov is thrown to the ground, blow after blow. It feels as if the pain will never end. The guard steps back. Shalamov knows the rule. He needs to stand now, otherwise he will be seen as too weak to work. He shakes as he gathers the strength to get up on one knee. The guard walks over and hands him a smaller tool. It will take twice the effort, twice the calories. So long as Shalamov is digging, he's still useful. Hours pass by. Shalamov has completed 6 carts, 5 for Oleg, 1 for himself. He notices something in his pickaxe. The handle is splitting. If it breaks again, so will he. Worse still, the sun is setting, temperatures dropping. Deep down, he knows. Just one more incident might be his last. A guard watches Shalamov. The sky darkens and wind howls across the valley. Every fiber in his body wants to stop. He raises his pick and strikes the ground. A whistle blows. This station is over, but the workday is not finished. Shalamov has managed to complete Oleg's afternoon quota, but not his own. Tonight, his stomach will go empty. But the guards don't care. One screams out new orders. The prisoners are marched towards the camp to transport firewood for the guards' barracks. All the prisoners shuffle to conserve energy. Snow blinds Shalamov. He can barely see. He walks next to Dmitri, whose hand pushes on Shalamov's back to help him save energy. Under the cover of the blizzard, he realizes it's his opportunity. He takes a bite of his hidden bread. Then, only a couple meters in front, a prisoner steps out of line to take a berry from a frozen branch. The sound of a rifle cock. Inside, the rule is clear. The first shot is a warning. The second is to kill. The guard fires a shot. Shalamov checks to see if the prisoner has gone back in line. What he sees fills his body with dread. The man is lying on the floor, dead. The guards are normally fast to fire the second bullet, but this time, the guard decided to completely ignore it. Shalamov feels nothing. The prisoners are well aware of the guards' power, but the guards take every opportunity to remind them. He keeps walking. Other prisoners push past. Shalamov is falling behind. Failing to keep up with the group is a death sentence. The thought of this next station plays with the mind. A reminder of things once taken for granted. Now, luxuries forever out of reach. A guard screams at the group to stop. They have arrived at the camp, the final station of the day. Shalamov shuffles over to the pile of logs and picks one up. He walks towards the guards' barracks, stacking firewood next to the door. As he moves closer, he feels the warmth seeping out and the smell of tobacco. He peers inside. The guards are laughing while eating porridge. The bunks are positioned close to each other with a large heater. Shalamov's stomach churns at the smell, places the log down, and heads back to the pile. After another hour, he has nothing left. Men in front drop their logs in a heap. Shalamov is the least productive by far. Suddenly, a hand grips around his neck. Shalamov is thrown onto the solid ground. The other prisoners keep working. No one dares look back. 2 more guards appear. One calls Shalamov out for sabotaging production, for being an enemy of the people and a counter-revolutionary. They drag him over toward an old tree stump. Shalamov is too drained of energy to fight back. A guard orders the other prisoners to come over and watch. He is forced on his knees. A rifle slams into his back. Shalamov falls. The guards pull him back to his knees. With blurry vision, Shalamov looks at his breath clouding the air. He knows what's coming. A cold barrel presses against the back of his skull. Guards standing around, smirking. Shalamov closes his eyes. He tries to envision the faces of his wife and daughter, but nothing. The trigger pulls. No bullet. The snap of an empty chamber. The guards burst out laughing. One kicks Shalamov onto his side. They jeer, mocking the broken prisoner at their feet. Maybe death would be better. Shalamov lies, slumped in the snow, alive. He drags himself up and stumbles back toward the barracks. Tonight, he starves. But deep down, Shalamov has hope. He can no longer see their faces. One day, he will meet his wife and daughter once again. He shuts his eyes, hoping that tomorrow, he wakes up. Shalamov was sentenced to 5 years in Kolyma during the most difficult period of Gulag history, the Great Purge. While inside, Shalamov had his sentence extended for complimenting a writer who once spoke out against Stalin. For this, his sentence was extended by 10 years. Declassified papers suggest that during just 2 years of the Great Purge, between 700,000 and 800,000 people died across the Gulag systems. Many historians believe the real number is closer to 1.5 million. In total, the Gulag systems lasted around 42 years. Shalamov was one of the rare survivors. He was moved to a role of medical assistant within the camp, saving him from the intense labor. He finally made it back to his family in 1953, but the reunion did not go as expected. The label of being a traitor meant that his daughter disowned him. So much time apart also broke his marriage, which ended in divorce. Shalamov managed to rebuild his life, living the next 30 years as a free man